for O-level? The whole thing. Like, how many days of preparation do you need for bio ideally?
I don't know how much stuff there is in the new chapter though.
You have to just make a guess lah. You just have to make a guess. It cannot be
Prepare for the actual O-level.
correct. Pretend that you already have the notes for the new chapters. You have to guess a little bit. It won't be far off. And then you look at it, how many days? How many days? Ideally.
Maybe like two months to actually memorize everything.
Huh? Wait, what? Okay. Tell me exactly what 2 months mean.
Like I mean not continuously, but
Correct. What does that mean?
maybe because I can do TYS practice paper.
No, I get it. Okay. No, I get it. You should be doing your TYS paper, and that helps a lot. Imagine that you have done your TYS papers, maybe even twice. What do you think? 2 times 10. Good, right? Okay, that's usually quite good. Imagine that you have done that. Are you saying that, oh, that is memorized, done? Or you still need more time to actually memorize? What's your style? How do you do it?
I just memorize like what the question will actually test. Then
Because you know what they will ask, something like that.
yeah.
But then how long do you need for that, Lee? If you already know what the question will ask. Let me see, I've done your TYS.
I'm not sure.
Okay, let's start with some numbers, okay? 2 days?
2 days.
Not good enough? Not good enough?
Wait for one question.
No. Oh, no. For the whole bio load, you have done your TYS, you have practiced, you know what's going on. You know what the question will ask. You still need some time to memorize. 2 days enough or not?
No.
Okay, 3 days?
I think like 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna clarify 2 weeks. Wait, 2 weeks. Okay. Now, what do you mean by 2 weeks? Every day memorizing bio, or you're alternating between subjects?
Maybe like 1 hour per day. No, not 1 hour per day, 2 hours per day for bio.
Okay. Yeah. So what this means is 2 hours times 14, 14 days, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Now that totals to around, let's just say 30 hours, correct? Because it's actually 28. Let's say you have 30 hours, correct? Are you saying that you cannot cut short the 2 weeks? For example, I give you 4 days, but you just study biology purely lah. Can you do that?
Tend to forget also.
Tell me more. What do you mean by that?
Like I'll just forget like I always try to memorize like the structure.
Yeah.
And then like every time I always miss out like the few parts, so then I have to rememorize again.
You're saying that too much memorization for 1 day is bad.
Huh?
Because you say 2 hours per day, right?
Yeah.
2 hours per day is not for you. You're a hardworking person, right? You tend to do a lot of practices or a lot of work for 1 day. But you're telling me only 2 hours of bio memorization per day, please. If not, it will be useless, something like that.
Because like I don't know why, but I cannot absorb the content well in bio fast enough.
And so 2 hours is your maximum for bio.
Yeah, per day.
But as a result, you need a lot of days to cover everything.
Yeah.
So let me clarify this. Yeah. Now, 2 hours means you have time to do other things, right? Or other subjects, correct or not?
Yeah.
So let's say you memorize for 2 hours. I don't know, you break it down 1 hour already. That's up to you. But if you do your bio load 2 hours and then you stop, you feel, is there any problem studying other subjects, will that cause your bio to disappear, something like that?
I mean, like if I study too much bio at the same time, like then it's not effective also.
Right. We don't do that. But if you study bio and then, you stop and then you do math practice, for example,
Yeah,
and then will that be both effective?
I think can.
And that's your preferred style. Let me clarify this, huh? 2
Yeah.
weeks before bio lesson, before bio study, bio exam, no matter what, you prefer right now to study 2 hours of bio per day, not more than that, please, not more than that. And you will need to balance it with other exam because there are many other exams before bio. Bio is usually the later exam. So
Yeah.
you've been studying your English lah, or your EMAT lah, or your AMAT lah, or your Chem lah, everything you study together with bio every day. And then you will be very happy, so to speak, when the bio exam comes. That's your preferred style.
Yeah.
You don't mind at all doing a little bit of bio as you practice other exams. That's also true.
Yeah.
You also don't mind after doing bio, you practice other exam. Also don't mind at all.
Wait, say that again.
Because it depends on when you study bio on the day, right? Let's say you're preparing. Okay, let's say tomorrow is EMAT paper 1. Let's say. And then the next day is EMAT paper 2. Okay, so you have EMAT paper 1 and EMAT paper 2, and it is still quite early compared to bio. Bio is like 1.5 weeks after EMAT. Can you imagine that for now?
Mm.
So you'll be already studying bio on this day. But at the same time, tomorrow's EMAT, so you'll be studying bio, and then you'll be practicing your EMAT. Make sense?
Mm.
Your bio wouldn't suffer, and your EMAT wouldn't suffer also. Is that what you're saying?
Mm. Like,
What? Yeah, you're saying? Yes, you're saying.
it mean like I like if like got math, right? Because math need like a lot of practice also.
Correct. But I'm talking about the day before math. You have been doing your math practices, right? You have. But hey, tomorrow is EMAT, paper 1, my last day to practice low today. You will be practicing EMAT, correct? Am I making any sense?
Yeah.
At the same time, you know that 1.5 weeks from now, bio is coming. And you want to be good at bio. So you'll also put some hours today for bio.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make any sense? Or you actually feel, no, that's not a very good thing to happen?
Like maybe like if I study bio, then I won't do 2 hours. Like I will just like at least read through notes first.
Okay, read through notes, because 1.5 weeks from now, but you will be putting more effort on EMAT, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
But what will that do to your bio 1.5 weeks from now?
Huh?
Kirana, do you know why I'm asking you this? It's because your normal WA schedule in your school, the normal WA schedule is definitely not your O-level schedule. It's very different. Your school has the habit of 1 week, 2 exam, that kind of thing,
Mm.
giving you time to breathe, time to prepare properly lah. Can I say that?
Yeah.
Some people seem to hate the length of the exam, but you seem to be the type that don't mind lah. Am I correct?
It's not I don't mind, it's I don't know what's the word for it.
Can you tell me what you feel about your school's tendency lah, to spread the exam?
I mean if they spread then like obviously like longer time for exam season, but I honestly don't mind because then it's more time for me to study because like I hate like the feeling of 2 exams on the same day.
Precisely. You don't like that at all, and you do prefer to focus, correct?
Yeah.
You're a person who prefer, hey, give me time to do well regarding this one thing lah.
Mm.
If it's gonna be English exam, then give me time for English exam, and then later on, let's say math exam, then give me time for math exam lah.
Yeah.
And that is exactly what WA and your school gives you. Not every school does that. Just saying.
Mm.
So we can say that personally, you like the WA style. You can actually say that. You prefer it lah. Let's just say.
Mm. Yeah.
Now that will change lim and definitely in O-level. That will change. I'm not saying that you should change your style now. Please don't. There's no point changing right now. But we're talking about not a very far future, which is why I'm thinking, oh no, if bio has this situation, how do we handle it? Something like that. That's what I'm trying to do. Because bio is an important subject to you, right? Something like that, right?
Yeah.
Just to be clear, do you have any idea what the prelim and O-level schedule will look like?
No, my school hasn't even give WA1 schedule.
But it will be just like last year, you know, one week to exam. Simple, right?
Yeah.
And it will be spread with, I don't know, 4 weeks or 5 weeks lah. That's just how your school do things, right?
Mm.
So whatever it is, you will get your preferred way of doing things. I understand that, totally understand that. That's not going to happen again in O-level. That's not. And O-level schedule is available by around March because it's not your schools, but it's the nationwide thing. At that point, I will talk about it again to you. But I can tell you that you will not like it as much as you like your WA lah. And the problem with that is not that whether you like it or not, but the problem is your performance will be affected. Now, that's something you really don't like. Correct or not? That's the part that I'm trying to address here. If you don't like it, but your performance stay the same, I mean, okay lah, we just slug through lah. That is not gonna happen until we change something. Not gonna change right now. Just say. Which is why I was asking you, if you could, you would really prefer, right? If your bio memorization time is cut down very shortly. If it is possible, that is something beneficial for you. Correct or not?
Yeah.
Owing to the problem that in O-level, the papers are rather stacked upon each other. It is rather stacked.
Mm.
You don't have the luxury of focusing. You have to split your time. You don't like that. Something like that.
Yeah.
I understand. And right now, you do not have a method to make sure your bio memorization can be done quickly and properly. You do not have a method right now. Correct, yeah?
Mm.
Understand. That's all. That's what I'm asking. So, okay. Okay. Any other updates?
No.
And it goes the same for AMAT also. AMAT will have a lot of trouble. For your preference lah, for your preference. They won't be giving you a time to refresh yourself. Okay. No other updates. So you are telling me that you would prefer to cover more concept today?
Yeah.
Okay. Shall we start?
Yeah.
Do you have a specific question or do you want me to revise with you?
I think revise can.
Okay. Now, as a combined chemistry student, you have some advantages. I'm gonna tell you the advantage first so that you know what to expect in exam. Okay. Now, you do notice that they tend to ask you to balance reaction, correct?
Yeah.
You covered that from last year lah. Now, balancing reaction is usually a direct question before the mole question. So it's a direct one. As far as I can tell, for a combined science student, which is you, they do not connect balancing reaction with mole question. Balancing reaction is separate from mole question. Am I making any sense here right now?
Yeah.
Let me continue with that. Because a balanced reaction is absolutely necessary for a mole question. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
If the balance is wrong, that means if you make it a question and you balance wrongly, then it will directly affect your mole question gone already. They tend to not do that in combined chemistry. They tend to do that in a pure chemistry. Now, you're not pure chemistry. Okay, So instead, a balanced reaction will be given for every mole question. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so that is a little bit of a relief for you. Now, is using the balanced reaction a problem for you?
I think I'm okay balancing.
Okay, then your problem is your balancing is fine, but they won't. Now I'm telling you, but then also they won't ask you to balance before more question. They will just give it to you. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Then my question is, why is a balanced reaction necessary for a mole question? Do you know why? Is it just to make your life difficult, or is it actually even necessary?
I don't know.
Uh-oh. Now, if you do not know that it is necessary, then secretly, you might be wishing, hey, just give me a mole question where there is no reaction involved lah. That will
No, I
simplify
only
my life.
went through like the first part, like how to calculate the MR, and that's it.
Oh,
I
and you
haven't
want
go
me,
through in like in depth yet.
you want me to go forward, future, faster.
Yeah.
Oh, you want me? Okay, never mind. Sorry. Then I start with the wrong angle. Thank you for clarifying. Now, still, a balanced reaction is necessary. Okay, so I'm going to give you something like this. Look, usually I write the substance lah. Now I'm telling you the substance doesn't matter because the number in front of the substance is what matters. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
So let's call this substance A because it doesn't matter what it is. Okay,
Yeah.
1A plus 2B, right? Again, B doesn't matter, is there? Becomes, well, 1C plus 3D. Would that be okay?
Yeah.
The substance doesn't matter. Now, a mole question works something like this. In reality, Kirana, are you going to study chemistry again in poly?
No.
Okay,
I don't think so.
or hopefully not, something like that. Okay, depending on the course that you choose. Then what I'm telling you is just FYI. FYI, Kirana, the more you do chemistry, the more you need to realize that mole is at the center of the chemistry. But right now, you are not studying a lot of chemistry. You're studying combined chemistry, and mole will feel very separate from, or it doesn't, it just feels like one of the things lah, just one of chapter. That is not a good thinking for the pure chemistry, but you're not pure chemistry, and there is definitely not a good thinking for people who want to study chemistry. Just FYI. For you, you don't have to worry about that. You just have to worry about this as one of the chapters. Now, hopefully that will serve you. Hopefully that will give you an A, right? So what I'm trying to say is this. In a mole chapter or a mole question, they will do something like this. They will give you a reaction, right? Which is balanced. They will also give you something not a mole. Sorry, that's not the spelling of a mole. Not a mole.
Mole is
Yeah.
MOL.
MOL, a mole, one mole, one mole. They will not give you a mole of anything. However, they will give you something else. Now, in the MR discussion, actually what they mean is that they will give you gram. Okay?
Gram.
Yes, they will give you a gram of A, for example.
Oh.
Okay. Now, I'm giving you additional information. A is solid, can? A is solid.
Yeah.
B is aqueous. You know what's aqueous, right?
Yeah.
Now, C is gas. Okay. And then D is aqueous again. I'll tell you straightforward so that you expect this. I am telling you to expect this. If A is solid and they want to give you A, right? They want to give you A, they will give it in gram because solid gram.
Yeah.
Make sense?
Yes.
A gram is not a mole. Okay, then they will ask you anything else. Okay, so for example, they give you gram A and then they will ask you B, C, or D. Okay, let's pretend they ask you for B. It's very weird, right, Kirana? They ask you for A and they give you a reaction. I don't know. They give you A, they give you a reaction, and then I ask you for B. That is the structure of a mole question. Follow me so far?
Yeah.
And since B is aqueous, they will not be asking for gram. Strangely speaking, also, they will also not ask for a mole, even though it's a mole chapter. They won't. They won't. They will ask in terms of aqueous. They will ask in terms of either volume, because it's a solution, or concentration. In fact, if you don't understand the mole chapter, you won't even suspect this as a mole question. They never even ask you for the mole directly. They never. They never give you the mole. They will give you a gram. They never ask you for a mole. They'll ask you for something else. That is the nature of a mole question. Okay?
Yeah.
How do we know that this is a mole question? This is the best way I could explain it, the shortest way. They know because simply when a question asks you for B while giving you A, which doesn't seem to make sense, the only connection allowed between them is through mole. You have to know this right from the start. I don't think teacher explained it that way. Because a mole question is not written. They don't say, hi, mole question, use mole. They won't say that.
Yeah.
Okay. The connection between A and B, or A and C. Can they ask for C? Yes. If it is the gas, do you know what they will ask of you? C is a gas.
Volume.
Very good. You are absolutely correct because you're thinking about your lab experience. If it is a gas is measured in volume. Is that what you're thinking or you're just guessing?
Not guessing.
Very good, very good. Now, how about D, which is aqueous? Now you know already lah. If D is aqueous, they will ask you either for volume or concentration. Something that you experience in lab. In short, mole questions are usually practical if you look at it. Okay? Everything from A to B or to C for D, it must be done through mole, nothing else. Okay? So therefore, the logic is very simple, Kirana. You think about it for a while. Oh, and they give me the reaction. Okay. And then they give me A in gram. Okay. I am going to change gram to mole. So the step is obviously, first step. A must go from gram to mole. Okay?
Yeah.
And then what is the next step? For example, if they ask for B, then I must get B in mole. Correct? Second step. Then what is the third step? Third?
C.
B mole. No. They usually just ask one thing. They usually ask B, C, or D. They don't ask for.
Oh.
Just one. But they won't, there's no guarantee which one they will ask. Okay. So now, what I can guarantee you that they will ask not in terms of mole. You have B in mole. So what must you do? You must change the B mole into whatever they want.
Wait, but how?
Very simple. Now, that is what they will teach you. They will basically teach you the conversion. I'm teaching you the logic behind it. The logic behind is you always are given not a mole, but the connection is mole. So you must change whatever they give into mole, correct? And then you get the mole in B. Don't know how, but you get it in mole. They will never ask in mole. So again, you have to convert mole back to whatever they want. You have to do this every time. Make sense?
Okay.
How do you do it? The teacher is what teaching you. For example, the teacher teach you MR. Why? Because there is the connection between gram and mole. Keeping it the simplest way. MR is the connection between gram and mole. Let me give you a piece of good news. The conversion from volume, gas, to mole is easier. Even though it doesn't make sense, it's easier. The conversion for concentration to mole or otherwise is also not very difficult if you know how. But you have to do a lot of conversion. Make sure you're not confused. Are you with me? Okay, now. Tell me the 3 steps. What are they?
The A.
Yeah, which is the first step?
Gram.
Into?
Mole.
Good. Second step.
G
Mm-hmm.
gram
No.
and mole.
Get the mole of the guy they're asking.
Yeah, then convert to
Whatever they want.
yeah.
It is that simple for every mole question. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Unless they go fancy, I don't think they will go fancy in combined science. I don't think so at all. They go a lot of fancier stuff in pure chem lah. Fair enough. Unless they go fancy, that is all you need. Okay, those are the basics. Okay.
Yeah.
All you have to do is master the conversion, and the conversion is totally new because you have never heard about mole before. Now, let me tell you the first conversion, the one that your teacher teach you. I will teach you in what I think is the simplest way possible. Yeah. Your teacher can teach you in formula and whatever you follow, it will be correct. But in case you cannot follow properly, this is what I think is the simplest thing. There is a meaning to MR. For example, you can find MR using the periodic table, correct?
Yeah.
Now, if you find the MR of CO2, you will find that it is 12 plus 16 times 2, right? Okay, you go ahead and tell me what that is. Come on, wait.
56.
Wait.
Huh?
CO2, the 12 is 1, the 16 is times 2. Come on.
Oh. 44.
Very good. Now, this is simple math and simple looking at the periodic table. Finding the MR is not supposed to be a problem. This one you understand?
Yeah.
Your teacher would have taught this, yeah? That's why I just skip to the step. It's just looking and properly doing it. You have no problem. The meaning of MR is what I'm trying to teach you. Now, what does it mean for MR CO2 to be equal to 44? The meaning is very simple. It means 44 grams of CO2 is 1 mole of CO2. This is what it means. Let me spell this out very clearly.
Wait, let me write it down.
Yes, please. Okay, Kirana.
Yeah.
For example, another example is the MR of H2O. Okay.
Wait, so for the CO2, 44 grams.
It's 1 mole.
What's
That
a
is
mole?
what MR means. Remember, MR is connection between gram and mole, correct?
Yeah, but what's a, like, is there a meaning to mole?
Oh, you do not know the meaning of mole. Apologies. Okay. Well, 1 mole is an extremely big number chosen by this guy called Avogadro. So, a mole, 1 mole, is a very big number chosen by Avogadro. We call it the Avogadro, but chosen by Mr. Avogadro to make our life simple.
Oh.
I am not joking. That is for whatever the definition of it. But look, you cannot do this in exam. You cannot say a mole is a very number. You don't do that. But I'm telling you his intention. His intention is to make our life simple. Okay. How so? Well, I'll just spell it out to you. Because he chose the right big number, 44 grams is 1 mole. Just because of his choice. He has chosen wisely. All right. Okay, so example. I'll give an example first before I explain. Amount of H2O is, H is 1 times 2, correct? plus O. O is 16 times 1. And that would be?
Um, 18.
Right. Now, MR of H2O is 18. Mr. Avogadro has contributed to society, to our lives, by making our lives simple. Because of his doing. What does MR18 mean?
1 mole. I mean the
Okay.
gram.
No, don't say that. So say it so completely. Say completely
18 grams.
of CH2O, of H2O, right? H2O is
1 mole.
of H2O. That's it. It's really that simple.
Oh,
With that knowledge, you can do whatever the question needs you to do because the question will not give you 18 gram. Understand?
yeah.
You just have to use EMATH. The question may give you, for example, 2 grams of H2O. What's your conversion? Use EMATH lah. Huh? Divided by 9, correct?
Yeah.
So this one is 1/9 mole. That's it.
Mm.
Because 18 gram is 1 mole, 2 gram is 1/9 mole. Now, do you have a problem with the math?
No.
That's it. If you have no problem with math and the chemistry is easy, your life is finished, done, simple, nice. Understand?
Yeah.
Are you interested in the super big number that Mr. Avo has chosen for us?
No.
But the question will ask you for 1 mark. So I will tell you the number is 6.02 times 10 to the power 23. You memorize this and then that's it. Finish. 0.02 times 10 to the power 23, which is an extremely big number, but it is a very well chosen number.
Oh.
Does this settle your question?
Yeah.
Good. Now, let's try one more time. MR of, I don't know, H2SO4. Very big. Okay.
Um,
Are we ready?
Yeah.
Okay, H2SO4, I'll just tell you. H is 1, so 1 times 2, right?
Yeah.
And then S is 32, so 32 times 1. Okay.
Yeah.
O is?
O is 16 times 4.
Okay, go ahead. Tell me the number.
Oh. 98.
Okay, something like that. So, what does this MR98 mean?
98 98 grams of H2SO4 is 1 mole of H2SO4.
This sentence formula meaning guarantee always work. Do you understand? There is no situation where it does not work.
Yeah.
Your teacher give you formula. I do find it unnecessary for understanding. Once you understand this, there is no need for formula. I prefer understanding because it is less confusing.
Mm.
Do you have to follow the formula of the teacher? It depends on the teacher.
I think my teacher haven't mentioned about formula.
If you follow his formula, it will also work. But I find this understanding to be better lah for most students. Okay.
Mm.
I will not teach you the formula. You will have to learn that yourself. Fair?
Mm.
Okay. I tend to not use the formula because when things get complicated, the formula does not help. The understanding is the one that helps.
Mm.
Can we understand and call it, a complete? This is how to convert from gram to mole or from mole to gram.
No.
So for example, now I give you the math lah. The chemistry is done, It's just about math. Now, let's say this is, I don't know, 0.2 mole. Then how many gram? Use your calculator, please.
Wait. 19.6 grams.
I agree with you. Very good. Simple math. Simple math.
Yeah.
Good for you. How about 49 gram? How many more?
Uh, half.
Good. How about an ugly number? Can you deal with an ugly number? Hi, Matthew. Just a minute. An ugly number. Okay, if I put 4 gram, it will be an ugly number. Can you deal with it?
Wait. 0.0408.
Something. You sometimes do get ugly number, and it is not a mistake. Sometimes you just have to deal with it. Understand?
Yeah.
But I hope you understand. That's not a chemistry problem. It's a math problem. Clear, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, are we starting correctly? Do you like it?
Yeah.
Now, 2 more conversions. The gas conversions and the aqueous conversion. Can you read the book and tell me what you think? Then I talk to Matthew first. Would that be okay?
Okay.
Right. You're not tired yet?
No.
Matthew, can you hear us?
Yeah.
All right. Very clearly, I can hear you also. So what's up, Matthew? Are you good?
Yep.
Okay, good. Any updates from Thursday? Yeah, we just met, right?
No.
Okay. Any progresses with AMath?
No.
All right. Okay. So no progresses. Okay, understand. No progress. No problem. Any homeworks to worry about?
No, I've completed all of them.
The homework is easy for you. Let me get it straight.
Yeah, it was eMath.
Out. Sorry. So email. Are we in vector or matrices? No, not yet.
Not yet.
Okay. No vectors and matrices yet. Okay, understand. So that's the update for AMath and EMath, right? Okay, then how about chemistry?
Chemistry, I had lab session.
On what?
Titration.
Okay, understand. Were we talking about the salt making part last Thursday?
No.
Sorry, yeah. I was still very tired, so I get mixed up. What were we talking about on last Thursday?
Uh,
Oh, we were. Oh, the sketching. How important it is to get a technique which is good and fast in AMAT Tesla. And I was demonstrating to you on the Trigo side, correct?
mhm.
Okay, understood. You're saying that your chemistry have no problem. Yeah. That's about right. Okay, good. Now, Matthew, Kirana is doing her own chemistry stuff, right? We are in school days until our schedule is more fixed. Right now, everybody is finding their ideal schedule. We should be doing the same, right? But for now, you will notice that people are doing totally different things. So Kirana will be doing her own thing. You will be doing your own thing. And that is pretty much normal for school days because every school tempo is different. In fact, if you are doing tuition with your classmate, we might actually be doing different thing also. Why? Because his tempo and his needs are different from your tempo and your needs, if that makes some sense.
Mhm.
So you kind of just ignore that Kirana is here, even though you guys know each other. And can I just ignore you that you are here, even though you guys know each other? Am I making any sense?
Yeah.
Also, most of the time, we are talking about homework, but all of you are very advanced such that you are worrying about the future topic, which is very good, which is still your future topic and her future topic is just totally different. Okay, so we just kind of ignore each other until holiday tuition come and we do the same thing again, if that makes some sense.
Okay.
All right. Now, Kirana, just checking, are you okay with reading your textbook? That's all you need, by the way.
I'm reading my lesson notes.
No problem. But your lesson note do cover the conversion of the guess one and the equals one.
Yeah, I'm still
Okay.
reading.
Very good. Take your time to read, and I will expect you to ask some questions. Can ya?
Mm.
Okay, good. Now, Matthew, we were talking about your trigo because it was your choice. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Now, tell me again, why did you choose to talk about trigo last Thursday?
Wait, I don't exactly know. Wait.
But we get something out of it, okay?
Yeah.
Now, today we have the luxury of revising, choosing between revising again, which is always good for trigo. We have the option of preparing for the future, always good, but we are covering the future already in here. We have the option of talking about other subjects. Do you want to make a choice, or do I make the choice for you?
Actually, I want to do a bit of revision on proving.
On proving. All right.
Yeah.
Now, Matthew, most of my A-math teaching always start like this. Okay, this is the technique appropriate for exam. Understand?
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter whether we are starting a topic or we are practicing homework or we are preparing for exam. It is always, is your technique up to speed for exam? I hope that makes some sense.
Uh-huh.
Let me repeat this one more time. I have never met a person who have no time problem in A-math. Let me give you an example of my side of history. I have never done my O-level and A-level as a secondary student in Singapore because I wasn't. I was like your mom and dad lah. Make sense? We enter university lah. Okay?
Oh.
Okay, but I am familiar with whatever like O-level and whatever, so I can teach. Now, I decided to just simply join O-level and A-level one day as a private candidate. So imagine a school where they assign the private candidate, one class full of private candidates, and I'm the oldest, if that makes some sense to you when I enter the test. Okay?
Uh-huh.
I just want to know how it feels. I do not know how O-level and A-level feels, so to speak directly. Right? Now, so happens that happened almost 2 years ago, and I was having COVID when the O-level, A-level math time comes. Both I have COVID. Okay? When I have COVID, my brain is foggy. Have you ever had COVID before?
No.
Have you ever had brain fog before?
Yeah.
Imagine having a bad brain fog, look. Okay, and then you have to do your A-math. Now, what happened when I have that brain fog? I still want to do it. By the way, I hate strong wind, and the class have very strong fan on, and I cannot change that, okay? Because it will affect everybody. So I have brain fog, and I am sweating, and I have a slight case of headache because of the stroke. When I completed the A-math, I am basically simply on time, okay? So with a lot of experience and speed as a teacher, blah, 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 but with the negative side effect of brain fog, I completed on time. Just on time. In my case, on time means I check everything. I know my mark before I go out of the exam. That's my standard. I do know. Okay? Something like that. Okay? I did get my A and whatever not for A-level also. Right? But it is just on time. I have maybe 3 minutes to spare, but I'm happy with what I did, considering how sick I was and how brain foggy I was. That's A-math. Okay. Now, Matthew, you see it any way you want, but I've told you 2 pieces of information. I've never met any student who has no time problem with A-math. They always have time problem. Okay. Secondly, from my experience, if I have a sickness, my speed is reduced to such an effect, it's only on time. Something like that. Okay. You take it whatever you want, but I take the time problem in A-math very seriously, especially to people who want to get A. I believe they should also. That's the reason why I teach all my students, here's the appropriate technique so that you are correct, but you're also fast. Clear, yeah? Now, I propose to you and to all my students, you always use this technique from the start if you like it. If it agrees with you, do not consider it a choice, even though it is a choice. it is a choice for you to use it or not. But I myself do not consider a choice. I myself consider a necessity. If I don't use those techniques, I will not be able to perform as well as I have when I'm sick. Something like that. Make sense, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Now, the technique goes like this. First of all, I ask you to memorize the identities in the short form. Okay?
Uh-huh.
Nobody has the problem with this, especially the short form. So I'm going to repeat this one more time. If you're confused, you tell me right now. This is the short form already. Okay, divided by sine. So this would be 1 plus cotangent equals to cosecant square. Are you following me?
Yep.
Then the second one is divided by cosine square. This will be a tangent square plus 1 equals to secant square. Are you okay with this trick?
Wait, sorry, what's the last one?
Secant square. Sorry, my handwriting not so.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Now, the original full form is sine square A plus, we don't care. We really don't care. What we need is just a essential understanding. This is enough, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Can I erase this and you just repeat by yourself in your paper?
Yeah.
Kirana, are you okay so far?
I still reading for like I
No
just
question?
gonna
No
read
question.
the concentration of the solution
No
part.
problem. But are you confused with anything?
Oh no, not yet.
Okay, go ahead. And Matthew, tell me when you're done. Uh, guys, I'm gonna get a drink just. Okay, Kiran and Matthew, I'm back. Matthew, are you okay?
Yep.
Okay, you're done, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Immediately we memorize the second set. The second set has something to do with sine A plus B lah, kan? And cosine A plus B.
Yeah.
Okay. Short form, S, sorry, SA plus B equals to SA cosine B plus cosine A sine B. If it is minus, it is minus. You get that?
Yep.
Okay. Second one, cosine A plus B bracket equals to cosine A cosine B minus sine A sine B. If this is minus, this is plus. Got that?
Yep.
The tangent one is not important because the tangent one, every time it needs to be applied, it is extremely obvious. The other two, not so. So we get it into our mind. Can you memorize these two? When you're ready, I erase.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You tell me when you're done memorizing. Kirana, just checking you're okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm done memorizing.
Okay, I'll erase it. You just rewrite and then we'll go on. There you go. Go ahead.
Yep, I'm done.
Okay, good. Now the last three, but only two as per usual, right? So the last three is sine to A, okay? Sine to A is, well, 2 sine A cosine A. I'm sorry, 2 sine A cosine. Okay, the simple one. Cosine to A is more complicated. You have three choices. Cosine square minus sine square. Okay. Or 2 cosine square minus 1. Or 1 minus 2 sine square. So far so good?
Yeah.
Okay. You get this first, just write down or whatever. Just make sure you get it because there is more.
Done.
Okay. Now I'm adding more. This is not in the identity list, and people kind of fumble through it. Do not be the normal people. I am taking this one and this one. I'm combining them by making the cosine A lah, to be the subject. So I want cosine A to be the subject. The cosine A was originally on the right, so I just write it down there. Okay. On the left, I have my cosine to A, and I have a lot of complication on the left. You just use door to kind of, so to speak, move them, correct?
Yeah.
So first, plus 1. Okay. Secondly, over 2. Thirdly, root plus minus. Do you get that?
Yeah.
And I want you to do this in one step, one line. Do not do it slowly in 3 steps. It is unnecessarily complicated if you do it that way. This is way better. For most people, I recommend this. Do you understand? If I erase it, can you do it again?
I'm still memorizing.
But this
Oh
one is
wait,
not
no,
to be
never mind.
memorized lah. This one is
Yeah.
better to be figured out lah, slowly, one step by step. There are 3 steps.
Okay.
Okay, come erase it. You try it.
I got question.
Yes, Kira.
Wait, can I take picture and send to you in WhatsApp?
I believe so. Let me search that. Matthew, tell me when you're. Okay, all right, okay. Let me just do that. I am so sorry, I did something wrong. Uh-oh, I did something wrong. Never mind. Give me a minute. Okay, Matthew, just checking. Are you okay?
Wait, can I see the formula again? I need to check whether I'm correct.
Okay, so one more time, I'm asking you to do this in one go, right? One line, but not one go. Slowly, you think, oh, I need a plus 1, correct? Yeah, divide by 2. I need a square root plus minus. That's it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay. Now, Kirana, just wait. I got your thing already. I'm just demonstrating. Now, I want this one with this one. Okay. Because of the minus, it will be 4 steps. It's just easier to think about it that way. So I want the sine as a subject, and I will start with the cosine to A here. Okay, so far so good?
Yeah.
Okay, first I will minus 1. That might make sense. Now I will handle the minus. Understand?
Yeah.
And then divide by 2 and then square root plus minus same thing. That'll be okay.
Oh,
Get
okay.
it clear, straight, confident. No memorization if possible. Okay? You do it? Okay, back to you, Kirana. Kirana, I have your page. What is your question?
I don't understand like the like got the equation, like the formula, but I don't understand the two concentration of a solution. I don't know what's the difference.
Right. Let me get this straight. Let me say this. You may like it, like at least it's you. You may like it. These three equations are absolutely unnecessary if you understand. Okay. So, what do you want? I explain the formula. I can do that, or I explain the concept, and hopefully that's enough for you.
What the concept?
All right. So, concentration is very simple. Concentration is a very simple concept that you must understand first. Now, every time you go into a lab, they will ask you to take a liquid with a certain concentration. Correct? Or not?
Yeah.
Now, do you really have to memorize the unit? Like, can't you just imagine the unit? The unit of a concentration should be something like this. It should be a fraction. And then it should be whatever the thing is over how many water. Because when we talk about concentration, we are talking about how many something is inside how many water, if that makes some sense.
Wait, so what's the top again?
It depends. But it's really this simple, okay? First of all, a water should be in dm cube. That's the easiest thing, correct or not?
Yeah.
So the unit of a concentration should be a dm cube at the bottom because water. Now, the thing, you really only have two options. Originally, the thing is solid, correct? Originally, you can dissolve Milo in water. Milo was solid, dissolve salt in water. Salt was solid, understand?
Yeah.
So if it is originally solid, then the only reasonable option you have is gram lah. I dissolve 3 grams of salt in 200 milliliter of water. I mean, that's the concentration, no? Is that simple? Do you understand?
Wait, can you repeat one more time?
One more time. A concentration is simply something that dissolves in water.
Mm-hmm.
How many packet of Milo do you like in one cup?
How many what?
Packet of Milo you like in one cup?
I never buy.
Okay, then I'll say 1 pack of Milo over a cup of water, which is 250 milliliter. Okay. Now, if you
Yeah.
know how many packs is how many gram, is 40 gram, let's say, then the concentration is 40 gram over 250 milliliter.
Oh.
Make sense or not? That's just
Yeah.
how it is. That's what it means. But they want some formality lah. They want to change it to dm cube, whatever. Not no problem. They can do that. You can do that for them. Understand?
Yeah.
That is all that it means. And that's why a concentration is, first of all, gram inside the dm cube. How many gram of that thing inside how many dm cube of water? Is that simple?
Mm.
Why more? Because if more, you are happy. Is that simple, brother? Is that simple, sister? They do the conversion of gram of mole to you. Aren't you happy?
Mm.
That's it, Lo. Either gram over dm cube or mole over dm cube. Can you accept that for now?
Yeah.
Look at example number 1 and try to do it. Now back to you, Matthew. Are you done?
Yup.
Okay, now raise with me. And then we'll start with the techniques, okay? Raise with me, I now have 7, but plus 2, correct? It's 9 again. Okay, you're going to raise with me in writing down the 7 plus 2 so that you feel comfortable with them. You're comfortable with them by memorizing and writing them. Can you do that? Are you ready?
Yeah.
This is you, this is me. Okay, when you say start, we start.
Wait, do I like say it out or?
Oh, no. You
Okay.
also write, I also write. That's fine.
Okay.
So, wait, I have to prepare the timer first. When you say start, I am so sorry. Wait. Restart. Okay. When you say start, I start.
Okay. Start.
Okay, that's right. Everything you know. Kirana, are you okay so far?
Wait, the example one is just an example.
Then continue with example 2 lah. I mean, but it would be nice if you can close it and do it just to get a feel of it, right?
I'm reading through the example, so I know how to do.
No problem. But remember, you must close and redo it, yeah?
Yeah.
Matthew, you okay?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, then okay. Where are you?
The last few.
Very good, very good. Go on. Once you're ready, give it a check, and then we're happy. Okay, you're obviously comfortable. Kirana, are you okay so far?
Yeah, I'm attempting the
Sure thing.
question.
Matthew, are you okay?
Yeah. I
Okay,
think I'm done.
okay. Just to confirm, are you comfortable throughout the process?
Yeah, like I'm rushing a bit, but
But it's fine.
yeah.
Definitely. And you don't have to do this in exam, right? This is an effort to make you comfortable, man, not an effort to memorize actually. Can you?
Mhm.
Okay. Just to confirm that you got everything correct.
Let me check.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think everything is correct.
All right, good. Now, this is a prerequisite to a good proving question in A math test. Okay, now let me explain. Now I'm going to erase everything because the whole point is to be comfortable with them inside. Some people are uncomfortable with it until the end. That's bad. Okay, now a proving question is a very bad question to make as a goal. Let me explain why. Your reason should be something else. Okay. It's totally different from, for example, a coordinate geometry question. A coordinate geometry question is 10 to 12 marks. The marks itself are reason enough to want to make it perfect. Okay. There are more reasons. It is one of the easiest topic. And thirdly, it benefits at least 3 other topics. Which is to say, if your coordinate geometry is bad, it affects negatively 3 other topics. Something like that. This is the topic to simply get good, get easy, get benefits, and of course, get fast also. It is very possible to do this in less than 5 minutes. Because again, more time for other things. So a lot of benefits for coordinate geometry. This proving question is totally the opposite. A proving question is at most 4 marks in O level. Okay. It takes a long time, trial and error. By trial and error, there's no way around it. It is a trial and error question. Even I have to try and error. Okay. It benefits, does it benefit any? I suppose it benefits one more topic. So I guess that's nice. Okay, and no matter what you do, it will be either medium or slow, no matter what you do. Now, there are many more topics with more than 4 marks at stake, definitely. Proving is therefore the last thing that I do in exam. Actually, I have 2 candidates for the last thing, the circle one and the proving one. That's for me personally. Proving is not a nice thing to target in exam. If you're targeting A, proving is still not the topic to target. You should aim for proving for very different reasons. Matthew, are you targeting proving just because you cannot do it? Is that all?
Yeah.
That is not a bad reason. I just want to be good at it. But you must understand one thing. Behind that, people want to be good because of many other things. Because I want to be good in A math, and that's fine. There's also a practical reason, but I also want to make sure my exam don't suffer. Most people have that consideration. Okay, let me say this one more time. If you cannot do a proving question in O-level, in prelim, in your WA, whatever, it will not make you fail. It will not even make you lose your A. You gotta understand this first. The amount at stake is kind of small actually for the amount of effort you need to put in. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Now then, do you still want to be good in proving?
Like, sort of.
Can
I
you
don't
give
have to
me
be
a
that good. I just have to like be more efficient at doing it.
Then I will assume you have reasons other than to make your exam better, because this is a very bad way to make your exam better. Very bad way. There are better ways. There are better ways. So maybe I'll just assume that maybe you have another reason, like proving is the hardest 3-go question, and it gives you confidence if you can do it.
Sort of. Like,
It's a mental edge lah. Put that way.
mm-hmm.
Mental edge. Now, the techniques that you learn, you must understand. Proving is also so different. That's the nature. If you try to do proving question the normal way, like any other question, then you are bound to not be happy with your performance. You must accept the fact at the start right now, I'm teaching you something. The technique is different because the questions are just different. Can you accept that?
Mm-hmm.
We won't be using this technique also, therefore. It's just specifically for proving question. Now, Kirana, you okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, the assumption, Matthew. The assumption is you will trial and error. I make the same assumption going to a math question, and it never fails to be useful. If you assume that it is something that you can do immediately with practices, enough practices, you'll be sorely disappointed. The variation are endless. Clear?
Mm-hmm.
You assume immediately that you're going to do 3 tries to get it. Get it in 1 try, good for you. Get it in 2 tries, also good for you. Get it in 3 tries, normal. Therefore, better do it fast. I mean the trial and error. The shortcut is pivotal. If you try to do it without shortcut, you're spending a lot of time writing stuff, which is very bad. You're supposed to find a way to solve the question, and then you can present yourself nicely, no problem. Understand?
Mm-hmm.
Fast using shortcuts. So that's what we learned. Okay. And then lastly, you assume you can go both ways. Your teacher will tell you, do not do both ways, left to right or right to left, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Useless in terms of thinking, useless in terms of finding the correct solution. You must go both ways if you think that's beneficial. And then when you present, you do it one way. Do you understand?
Yep.
I am solely teaching you how to find the answer. Presenting will be extremely easy by then. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Now, you should have your A math questions and whatever not. Do you want to send me some questions from there? We can do it immediately together.
Okay, sure.
Okay. Right. Choose something difficult if you like.
Do I do other examples?
Now, Kirana, how many examples have you been doing?
I just finished the second one.
Probably not enough. How many more examples do you have?
Mm. I have 2 more.
Okay, here's a challenge. Try to do example 3 without looking at it first. But if you cannot, go ahead and look at it lah. Example 4, you can look at it as per normal. Can you do that?
Yeah.
Okay, still in concentration, yeah?
Mm.
Still no questions?
No. Then after that,
Mhm.
I haven't tried the gas one yet.
It's easier, but it's also different. Anyway, concentration first lah. It's okay.
Okay.
Matthew, if you send me, you tell.
Yeah, I'm sending it.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So this is what you send me. Yeah. This is not the hardest one, but I guess it's some of them are exam level enough, I suppose. Okay, Matthew, now you choose the question and I will demonstrate to you how I do it, I suppose.
Uh, F.
Okay. I'm gonna put it here. Remember one more time, just for this topic, I assume to myself, I will try error 3 tries. I will be very fast using shortcut and I will try my best to meet in the middle if it is beneficial, right? So I don't have to worry about, hey, am I going from left to right or right to left? I mean, at this point, whatever, man, whatever works, because it is always not predictable. Now, you still have to choose a starting point, and believe it or not, Matthew, no matter how many experience you get, the starting point is almost always just a gut feel or a simple guess. Hey, this may work. Hey, that may work. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what you have to have. That's what you have working with this kind of question. Okay, that is what you have. Now, in this case, my first gut feeling say, I might actually want to do this. This is my first try. I do not ask myself to be correct the first time. To me, that's very useless. It's actually a bad assumption. It demoralizes you. Okay, when you fail. Okay, so I don't know, this is a fraction and this is not a fraction. Your teacher may say something like this. Hey, go from the more complicated one into the simpler one. Did your teacher say something like that?
No.
Then I also won't say that because I never think that is extremely useful. I will just say, I don't know how to do this, but I might know how to do that. That's all I'm saying. And the way I do that is I'm just going to make it into a fraction. So that seems to be cosine square over sine square. And then this will be, so x is this very difficult, x, and this will be minus cosine square y over sine square y. Are you following?
Yep.
I like this the moment I write it down. Matthew, I like it after I write it down, not before I write it down. Why? Because I see this and I see that. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Then what will I do? You tell me.
Combine the two.
Correct. They call it equate denominator, the technique from primary 4. Understand?
Yep.
P4 technique. It is true that most of the techniques are simple techniques in the end. Okay, so I'm going to equate the denominator and I will do that by times, I think, sine square y, correct? And this is times cosine square x, sine square x. And do notice that all these are simply sketches. We don't care whether it's actually nicely presented or not, as long as it's enough for you. Understand? It's supposed to be an x and this is supposed to be an x. So I immediately have sine square x, sine square y, correct? And I will have here cosine square x, sine square y minus cosine square y, sine square x, okay? Are we close to this? Are we close to this? Let me think. Oh. Oh, I see it. Oh, I see it. Do you see it? Unfortunately, I see it and it's done already. Can you see it?
No.
Okay. Then here's the weirdest thing, Matthew. Remember, this code proving question is weird and it's designed to, so to speak, turn your mind upside down. If you cannot turn your mind upside down or get into a different habit, the question will always elude you. Okay? That's all. That's all I can say.
Mhm.
Now, if you cannot go from here to here, then why don't you try going from here to here? Does that make sense? Because right now, the denominator is not a problem. The only problem is the numerator. If only you could find a way to make the numerator the same. If only. Could you perhaps maybe do that? I don't know.
Mm.
Kirana, are you okay? Just check.
Yeah, I still trying example 3.
Sure. You think you are not stuck?
No, I'm just a bit confused.
I understand. Matthew, what do you think? You see it?
Uh, no.
Okay. Now, I don't want to spoil the question. We keep it there. It's always there, ma'am. I just want to point out a few things first before we continue. Notice that I write with shortcuts and you have no problem following.
Mhm.
Also notice that if I try to not use shortcut, if I try to use, formal presentation, seems nice. It is actually demoralizing at this point because I would have spent a lot of time to make it tidy and to make it nice, and I am stuck somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
Please use shortcut is what I'm trying to say, especially when you are still groping in the dark. That's the nature of the question. Ken?
Okay.
Now, why don't we do some other question? Maybe we'll get it right, and then we'll come back. What do you think? That might be better.
Okay.
Okay, so you choose your question.
Uh, B.
Okay, let's choose B. All right. Let me confirm that you cannot do B or you have not done B.
I've not attempted any of these.
Okay. So if you already know, it's usually not very useful, right? Okay, that's
Yeah.
just the question. The general question is that it kind of blindsides you or makes you confused. All right. So, whatever, you still have to choose your first try, and at the same time, you're choosing whether to go to left to right or right to left. You make that choice. I'll try my best to accommodate.
Probably right.
Right to left. All right. Okay. And the reason might be because.
Like you can do more things with secant and tan.
Okay. Okay. Tell me, what may I do?
Uh, you can change secant into 1 over cosine.
Let's try that. And then you just change into sine over cosine, right?
Yeah.
Now, this doesn't look promising, but what else can we do? We must try. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
We must try. There is no hint. That's it. Okay, so I mean, what else can we do but to combine them, right? So this will be, I mean, this is 1 minus sine over sine, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Which sounds very different and yet very similar to the left-hand side. So annoying,
Yeah.
correct or not? Huh, what can we do? What can I already know what? Hey, hmm. All right, what? Nice, nice, nice. Okay, well, how do I make this more sensible? Yeah, you know what? You know what? I'll just say, I'll just try. Okay, I'll just say, okay, ding dong, ding dong. So I'll just call this try number 2. Okay, okay, and a try doesn't have to make sense, right? Try doesn't have to make sense. So,
Mm-hmm.
maybe I'll try this. Maybe, you know, for the sake of trying, I'll try 1 plus s over 1 plus s. You know what? Because this is just times 1, correct or not? This is
Yeah.
just, so it doesn't change anything, even though it looks like it's going to complicate things. Okay, but please notice there is some bit of logic behind. I am trying to aim for this. I am, right? See, I am. Secondly, I noticed that the top one is a minus b times a plus b. This simple secondary 2 technique, yes, correct,
Yeah.
can have very interesting outcome. That one is an experience speaking lah. Would that be okay?
Mm-hmm.
So you kind of just take a blind shot. Pop. Okay, now tell me what happened to the top.
Uh, it's just like 1 minus sine.
Yeah. Hey, come on. 1 square minus sine square. Come on.
Oh, yeah. My
Correct.
bad.
Correct. Don't forget your simple secondary 2 math. And then the bottom one remains cosine times 1 plus sine. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Does it look promising or not?
Uh, yeah.
Then what do we do?
Then we just wait, 1 minus sine can be changed into
1
cos.
minus sine square, yeah? 1 minus sine square.
Yeah,
Can be changed into
cos. Eh?
sine square plus cosine square equals to 1. That's your first identity. So
Cosine square.
very good, very good. This is equals to cosine square, and you're very happy. Chuck, chuck, you're done.
Oh.
Right? The a minus b, a plus b have unintended consequences because of the first identity. This is everyone's favorite identity after a while, if they're used to it. It's a nice thing. Nice thing. It doesn't always work, but it's good enough to try every time. Second try, first try. Understand?
Yeah.
Now, basically, you're done, right? And at this point, you just have to present yourself. Please, for the sake of more practice, do not present yourself. Present yourself when you need to, lah, when it's a homework, when it's an exam. If not, more practices will be much more beneficial.
Mm-hmm.
Again, one more time, if you try to do this at the start with the formal presentation, it is, to me, incredibly frustrating. It's just not nice to try when you're also trying to present. It's not nice at all. It is a totally different way of thinking anyway. When you present, you already know what to present. When you're trying, you admit you don't know what's going on. You cannot combine both mindset, is what I'm trying to say. Okay? Don't try. Would you like to try C by yourself a little bit?
Okay.
But use shortcuts. Okay. Kirana, are you okay?
I'm stuck at the last question.
Okay. You gotta show me something. Gotta show me something.
Okay.
Okay. This is your, you're finished with example 3 and 4.
No, I only have 2 questions. This is the last question.
Okay.
There's
You're
no
talking about,
example 4.
I'm so sorry. Wait. You're talking about concentration at this point, right?
Yeah.
I am so sorry. I have to. Hey, wait. Next time do a proper orientation. Okay, and then do copy. Just checking, Matthew. You are getting comfortable with things.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, he's telling you to convert gram to mole, but that makes a lot of sense, right? Correct or not? Because the question wants you mole over the m cube. What else do you do, right? Correct?
Mm.
Now, you find the MR, which is again a very good thing, and you do it correctly. How come you already forget the meaning of MR? What is the meaning of MR?
Molar mass.
The meaning of MR that I teach you.
Meaning.
Yeah. Come on. If the MR is 36.5, what does that mean?
That's the 36.5 grams of HCl is 1 mole.
And you are not using it, isn't it? You're not
Oh.
using it. Shouldn't you be using it right now?
Yeah.
Then use it. It's simple math if you use it. That's the great thing. And you are good at simple math. No. You're good at your EMath. Okay? I respect that. Okay? You use it then. Matthew, are you comfortable?
Yeah.
Good. This kind of question, comfort plays a big role. That's why I'm asking you, are you comfortable? Then good.
Wait, can I just ask something?
Yes.
You can like, because I'm pretty sure I have the answer, but like
Okay.
it's not
Then,
presented the same way.
what do you mean?
Like I have 1 minus cosine square over sine times cosine.
Okay, let me write it down. Let me write it down. Okay, wait. Sorry. Sorry, this thing a bit slow. Okay, you tell me one more time what you have.
1 minus cosine square minus cosine square.
Oh my goodness. Right. Okay. Yes, you do have it. Minus cosine square minus cosine square, isn't it the same as minus 2 cosine square? No? Yes or no? If you're confused, tell me.
Yeah, no, I didn't know you could write it that way.
Yeah, minus x equals to minus 2x. Okay.
Okay, yeah, sure.
So you did get it.
Ah,
You're happy?
mm-hmm.
Do you feel the overwhelming urge to present properly?
Sort of like at
No
the
need.
end answer.
No need. Just practice more. Can
Okay.
you practice D, practice E, and maybe you'll get F. Hey, who knows? Right? Who knows? Kirana, just to check, you okay?
Yeah, I got the answer.
So what I
I
told
think I
you,
read the question wrongly.
in what way do you read it wrongly?
Like I didn't pay attention to the unit, then I got confused.
So it is true, yeah, the formal unit for concentration, there is 2, but you shouldn't be confused about it. You should even expect it, if that makes sense.
Mm.
And of course, they'll give you gram over dm cube. Why? So that they give you 1 more mark to convert it to mole over dm cube.
Mm.
Why? Because mole over dm cube is admittedly better than gram over dm cube. You do not need to convert anymore, admittedly. So if they give you gram over dm cube, immediately expect it to be converted to mole over dm cube. And they give you 1 mark or 2 marks for it. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to try more? There is still 5 more minutes.
I think that's it already.
I'm sorry?
That's it already.
Oh, no, question B. Are you done with
Oh,
question B?
I haven't yet.
No, question B is more of a true concentration question. Can you handle that? Give it.
Try.
Yeah. But you must finish that before the tuition end, yeah? We have to talk about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, like us.
Yes, Matthew.
No, nothing.
Okay. You okay with D? You're with D, right? Correct? Matthew, are you with D? So you must be muted.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I am on D.
Are you doing from left to right?
Left, right.
You're going from right to left. How interesting. Okay, give it a try. Interesting. Very interesting choice. But that's called trying, and that is good.
What's the answer for
Okay. So if I'm not mistaken, the answer on top is 2 mole over dm cube. Am I correct?
yeah, then part B.
Now, part B, right? We need 2 mole over dm cube in part B. I hope that makes sense. Now, it goes something like this. You can use simple math, meaning E math, here without referring to formula. I will try that first. Would that be okay?
Yeah.
Okay, this 2 mole over dm cube simply means there is 2 mole in 1 dm cube, correct?
Yeah.
1 dm cube. Oh, you want 250 centimeter cube, yeah? You want 250 centimeter cube. Now, first of all, do not write it here. That makes sense. Makes no sense. You must write down below 1 dm cube. Understand?
Yeah.
Now, and then I know the conversion. This is
convert.
equal to 1/4 dm cube. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Okay, then once you know this is as simple as this is times 1/4, and this is times 1/4. So this is half mole. Half mole in 1/4 dm cube. Understand?
Yeah, I got
This
it.
is the logic. You use some logic or do you
Yeah.
use some formula?
I use formula actually.
For you, I think logic is just better because less memorization. You like that, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it is up to you in chemistry. The memorization is not that bad. It is up to you. I'll leave it to you. I would, however, think your strength is in logic. And
Okay.
you happy?
Yeah.
The guess one you read by yourself. It is simpler, but there are tricks to it. So you go and read it, and you should be quite happy for your chemistry.
Okay.
Anything else?
No.
I'll see you next time, Kirana.
Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Matthew, you okay? Are you stuck?
Kind of.
Again, are you going from right to left?
No, I switched because yeah.
So you already have 2 tries, am I correct?
Mm-hmm.
Try number 1 and try number 2. Now, too bad I cannot see your try. Usually in a proper setup, I can see it immediately. Describe your try number 2, please.
Sine X.
I know. What do you do? Like
Oh,
literally the idea. What do you do?
I changed cotangent to cosine over sine.
And then?
And then the tangent to sine over cosine.
Yes, but what is the idea after you do that?
Like
Are you saying that you do not try anything beyond this?
no.
You should. Now, at least this is not a complete try number 2. A try can be quite long because a try has certain ideas behind it. Okay, I mean, you'll build up your ideas, but at the very least, you must at least try to make this into a simpler fraction. That is probably worth a try. And anyway, the techniques are from primary. Can you do that?
Yeah, sure.
With shortcuts, it's quite easy. Go ahead. I'm gonna move my stuff a bit, but continue if you want. Matthew, you okay?
Yeah.
Okay. You're not stuck, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Matthew, are you stuck?
Sort of.
Okay. I will go the same route. I will actually choose this as my first try. That's more of an experience, but you don't have to worry about that. Hey, why is my first try different from an? That's more of an experience. However, I will try to simplify the fraction, and I will even try to combine them if it feels good at the later part. Okay, so let's see, will we both get to a dead end or not? Okay, yeah.
Mm.
Now, this is still the feeling of one try. A one try is not a one-step thingy. It's not. Okay. So how do I do that? Okay, the bottom one is S over S, correct? And this one is cosine over cosine. Am I correct?
Yeah.
So currently I have at the bottom 2C over S, and then this is cosine. And this is, I'm sorry, that's a sine. And then this is cosine. This is C minus S over cosine. Let me check one more time, but this is all true. Oh, this is a minus, so I did something wrong, right? This is a minus, so this shouldn't be. Okay, good. So this is a minus, and this is a sine minus sine, so I did it wrongly also. So this should be sine minus cosine. Okay, Ken?
Yeah.
Now this is a sine also, and this is cosine. Now immediately, because remember, this is not a formal presentation. This is a sketch. So if you remember your fraction, I can immediately move the s on top, so s squared. Then I can immediately move the cosine on top, cosine squared. Do you understand?
Yeah.
I would do that. I would do that. And then I noticed that this and this is very similar to each other. I would notice that immediately. Understand?
Mhm.
And so I will take an advantage of that by times -1 over times -1. Understand?
Oh,
Because
yeah.
I'm equating the denominator. I'm not saying that this works. I'm saying that it's too similar to ignore. That's all I'm saying. It cannot be a coincidence that the denominator are very similar. That's all I'm saying. There's no
Mm.
other logic behind it. Okay, so once I do that, my denominator will be s minus c, same time, and then this will be sine square minus cosine square, correct?
Yeah.
Now, this is not very similar to that, but some people will have hope and some people will find this to be a dead end. You, Matthew, which one are you?
I got stuck around there.
You mean you got stuck around this fraction and you are not sure how to go to the right-hand side?
Yeah.
I can tell you immediately that this is the way because I've seen it already lah. I know what to do already. Is that enough or do you want more hints?
Uh, Wait, let me.
Yeah, think a little bit. The hint itself is, I suppose, is a morale booster lah, right? Hopefully, one day you can continue without the hint. But right now, that's all I offer you. This
Mm.
is the right track.
Oh, never mind.
So did you see it?
Uh, yeah,
What do you do with the top guy?
just like cancel it.
A minus B, A plus B again, isn't it?
Yeah.
As you can see, it is already doing things twice. A plus B, A minus B turns out to be important. Can we call this done?
Yeah.
Yeah. Enough energy to try E, or do you want to switch topic? What do you want?
Uh, yeah, I could try one more.
Hey, E first, not F. You have a big decision to make. They both look complicated, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Which one? Left to right or right to left? It is a decision. You make a guess.
Uh, Left.
To right. Let's
Yeah.
give it a try. I believe you use quite some identities. Mhm. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Good.
That's what Edison did. Played the ball to the striker with quality.
Are you saying that you're not stuck, Matthew?
Uh, I'm kind of stuck right now, actually.
Okay. Tell me what you did.
I converted the secant square into tangent square plus one.
Oh, interesting. Both or just one?
Both.
Okay. So t square minus 1 plus 2t, right? And then this 2 minus t square minus 1, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Then what do you do?
Then wait,
Just to confirm that you write down the way I did as in shortcuts.
yeah, wait, shouldn't it be t square plus one?
Let me think for a while. Oh yeah, I memorized it wrongly. You're absolutely right. Okay, good. Let's start again. And then what do you do after this?
Uh, then after that, I wrote down um tangent square minus tangent square plus three. Like
Which is
I just
the
added that.
wrong thing, lah. And that's the wrong thing to write, isn't it?
Yeah,
That should be 1 minus tangent square, isn't it?
yeah.
That matters a lot, by the way. Just saying.
Mhm.
Okay. Would you like to try again?
Yeah, sure.
Mhm. Matthew, you okay?
Yeah.
Great. Good. Matthew, are you okay?
Uh, not so really.
Okay, let me confirm that you apply your secondary 2 factorization.
Yeah.
Good. And that is something good. You are learning that the secondary 2 techniques are a big part here. And that is not the wrong thing. So I hope you do this, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And then the bottom one is t plus, sorry, t plus 1 square lah. I just put it t plus 1 can, and then you scratch. So far, so good.
Yeah.
So you get something like this, 1 minus t over t plus 1. Now, at this
Mm.
point, you realize that it doesn't look like the right-hand side.
Yeah.
So you have a big decision to make. But you must understand this. Our effort seems promising enough, right?
Mm-hmm.
If it is promising enough to you, then I want you to see it this way. I want you to see this, okay, if you continue from here, first of all, it's try number 2. This is try number 1, right?
Yeah.
Try number 1, the result is your question changes. Your question changes into this going there, lah, correct?
Mm-hmm.
You like it enough such that you're willing to try again. And that's a good thing. If you don't like the result, the changing of the question, then you try to again low from the start. That makes sense. Both are valid. It is really a question whether you like the change or not. So do you like it enough?
Yeah.
Then your try 2 is here. If it doesn't work, this will become your try 3. Make sense? You still have one more.
Mm-hmm.
Now, are you saying you're stuck in your try 2?
Wait. You can convert tangent into sine over cosine, right?
Hey, you keep doing tangent equals to sine over cosine. No harm in doing it here. No harm, right? No harm in trying. That's your second try. Right? Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
You did that a lot in the previous one also. You will notice that that is also a big thing. I'll give it a try. Hey, is your teacher at this level or your class at this level or not?
I think so.
Your teacher has been doing complicated stuff lah, basically.
Yeah.
But only yesterday, something like that, like, only recently.
Yeah, quite recently.
Okay, that's fine. Are you hungry, Matthew?
No.
Okay. Are you okay, Matthew?
Uh, think so.
Good. Matthew, a bit too long. Are you sure you're okay?
I'm a bit stuck.
You're not willing, you don't want me to hint you, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Mm, let me just confirm that you changed the tangent into sine over cosine,
Mm-hmm.
and you did try to simplify the fraction.
Yeah.
Is it possible that your fraction simplification might have some mistake?
That's what I'm trying to check.
I do not want to give you the hint also, but I can give you an example of the technique just to make sure you do it correctly. That be okay?
Sure.
Okay, just a minute. Give me a minute. Okay, let's say you have 1 minus 2 over 3. Let's say over, I don't know, 5 over 6 minus 1. Okay. Okay, and let's pretend that I cannot do it directly. So I will do 3 over 3 minus 2 over 3 over 5 over 6 minus 6 over 6. Would that be okay?
Yeah.
And then you will get, of course, 1 over 3 over here on top, and then you'll get minus 1 over 6 over here, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And then the simplification goes that you will need to 1 over 3 times minus 6 over 1. And all this you learn in primary 5, I believe. I believe this is all the technique you need if you do it correctly. Can I confirm that you are around there, maybe?
Wait, still checking.
I'll give you 2 more minutes. If not, we just stop this question for a while, and I believe you'll solve it tomorrow, lah, right?
Yeah.
That we don't spend too much time.
Mhm.
Got something?
Uh, yeah.
Okay. Okay, you should be quite happy.
Um, yeah.
Okay. Congratulations for I don't know, I think you did this almost all by yourself, isn't it?
Sort of.
Good. Congratulations for you. Now I have one question. Hey, how come your teacher have been discussing complicated question and then the homework is not there? She does not give you this level of homework?
'Cause we haven't like fully gone through like proving, I
Hmm.
assume.
Hmm. Matthew, your timing, we talk about this in tuition. Your timing is good lah. Why? Because the homework will come, and if you can do your homework, just 70% of it by yourself, you'll have very good confidence, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
You're already increasing your confidence today by proper performance. Very good for you. I don't think I should help you with F, right?
Yeah, I can try that myself.
Correct. And give it a pause, please. Okay? Don't
Sure.
have to do it today. Right? I don't think you have any problem pausing something, right? You are that type. Correct or not?
Mm-hmm.
Now, in exam, that is the last thing I will teach you. For this topic only. For this topic only, pausing is a good idea. Do, cannot, come back again later. Okay. Other topics I think should be done from start to the end, confirm, done, forget about it. This one, pause and forget about it, then come back again. That's fine. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I understand your situation right now. Are you happy we just close this topic for today, yeah?
Yeah.
Now, notice a few things. You did gain some confidence, right? And notice that you're comfortable. Notice that you're happy using shortcuts.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Shortcuts make your life easier. Please, there is no reason why you shouldn't use them. Okay. Notice that you're not very obsessed with presenting.
Mm-hmm.
You shouldn't be, if you understand what the question means. If a person is not confident in his or herself, they might be too obsessed with presenting because they think that is the only way they gain marks. But you're not trying to do that. You're trying to get it right and get the whole marks. Proving is something like that. Either you get it or you don't, kind of thing. Presenting is not very useful in proving. So it is a good thing that you are not very obsessed with presenting. Instead, you are concentrating on how to solve it. And that is a good thing. Okay? Until exam, if you decided to attempt this question, that is what you must do. Okay?
Okay.
When your homework comes, please do not present. Please solve it. Then you present. You will notice that the time to present, to rewrite everything, is such a small thing. Okay? I guarantee. Once you know how to do it, presenting is so easy. Can ya?
Mm-hmm.
Do not obsess yourself with proper presentation, especially not this topic. Okay, so that concludes what I'm trying to teach you. The rest are practices. Okay, are you sure? No questions so far?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Now, you have some options right now. We have half an hour. Your options, if I may say to you, are, okay, do more Trigo. That means going forward. Okay, let's do something new. Let's learn something new. You can switch subject. You can review past topics. There's still quite a lot of options. What do you want to do?
Try something new maybe.
Okay, are we changing subject or not?
No.
Okay, still A math, but we stay in Trigo. Would that be okay?
Sure.
I'll show you the variations. In holiday tuition, I show you the variations very quickly. I teach you the basics, and then I show you what the prelim question looks like. It is not that intimidating, right? I mean, it's a little bit intimidating, right?
Mhm.
Why do I do that? Because most class have that problem. Most class have the problem of just showing the end game. What are you supposed to understand so that your exam will feel manageable? They kind of skip through that part, or they don't have time to do that because they focus a lot at the start, really trying to avoid that. Okay, so today, even though there's only half an hour, I'm trying to show you what the end game look like. Then you know what you're working towards, if that makes some sense. Okay. At the same time, the technique is always, okay, what is the appropriate technique in exam? Okay, right. Half an hour. Now, tell me whether you have seen this kind of trigo question before. You have done sketching. I've shown you the method. Currently, you have done proving. Now, how about the triangle one? Just to confirm, you have never seen a triangle trigo question.
Yeah.
Okay. It is extremely easy to recognize. A proving question is easy to recognize. A sketching question is easy to recognize. A triangle question is also extremely easy to recognize. First of all, they give you something like this. For example, they give you sine A equals to 4 over 5. Let's say something like that. Okay? Please
Mhm.
notice that they don't give you this. They don't give you this at all. They don't give you the angle, so to speak. Okay? Secondly, they ask you for, not the angle also, they ask you for cosine A, for example. And again, they are not interested in the angle. You might be interested in the angle, they are not, so to speak. Okay? This kind of question is very easy to spot because of what they give and what they ask. It is almost an ignorance of the A itself. They are seemingly doing that. Let me confirm. Have you done this before?
Uh, Not really.
Okay. Then I'll complete the question. They'll ask this in exact form, meaning they don't want ugly answers. No ugly answers for me, please. Understand?
Mhm.
Then on the giving part, they will somehow specify the quadrant. Because frankly speaking, this could be quadrant 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Correct?
Mhm.
They can choose one. They will choose one. If you don't understand quadrant, you tell me right now. I'm assuming that you know.
Yeah.
In the asking part, they will therefore rely or test you whether you know what's going on. So now I have two answers. I have two questions. Sorry. The first question is, of course, quadrant 1. This is the first question. And then this is the second question. What happens if it is quadrant 2? The asking part stays the same. So give me cosine A in the exact form. Understand? There are two questions, A and B. Understand?
Mhm.
Now, I'll demonstrate A first lah. A, I draw a triangle. I draw a quadrant 1 triangle. Usually people draw a quadrant 1 triangle like that, and then they call this the A, and then they'll immediately say, this is sine, this is 4, this is 5 lah.
Yeah.
Immediately 3 is found. It's so simple. How? Using Pythagoras lah.
Yeah.
Okay, and therefore, what is cosine A? Now, once you draw the triangle, the working is almost done. And when teachers see you draw the triangle, they are very happy. A triangle will never give you marks, but a triangle is the best method, and teachers see, this guy know what he's talking about. Okay?
Mhm.
Okay, the teacher says, yeah, I cannot give you marks for that, but I'm very happy that you do that. Okay, those kind of things exist. So therefore, cosine A is as simple as 3 over 5. Done. Look, its exact form is not ugly. Nice.
Mhm.
Now, question B. Question B is A is in quadrant 2. And please notice that I am drawing the same triangle. I still put 5, 4, and 3. But please notice this is a quadrant 1 triangle, not quadrant 2. This is a quadrant 1. But my question is A is in quadrant 2. So this is not A. This is principal angle. Do you understand what's principal angle?
Yeah.
Okay, this is the principal angle of quadrant A. The triangle is the same except for the fact that acknowledge this is not a triangle for A. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Mhm.
As a result, if you can follow the logic at this point, I still do this immediately. It's still the same thing. And then I still put it as 3 over 5, but I put it as a minus and I'm done.
Mhm.
If you can follow this, you got the basics already.
Yeah.
Okay. Then my question is, now this is a it's a mental or mindset question, very important in AMAT. Are you bothered by the fact that we never bother to find A?
No.
Okay. Are you bothered by the fact that we can actually find A very simply?
No.
Do you know how to find A? Just checking.
Uh, yeah.
Just to confirm, that's
Sine
my favorite lah.
inverse. Yeah.
Very good. So you can do that very easily and you will get A and it will be an ugly number. So we can do it. We don't do it. Do you know why?
Uh, no.
Because exact form. Even if we find A, the calculator may or give you the correct answer. It depends on
Oh,
the calculator. Do you understand? Because when you sign inverse, it becomes ugly. Some calculator can handle it, some calculator cannot when it's time for you to press cosine A. Because that's what you're going to do, right? You're going to press the calculator for cosine A. Calculate, calculator. So this is an attempt for you to not use the sine inverse function. By the way, if they see sine inverse in your working, they will mark you wrong. Now, this bothers some people. Why? Because some trigo question, you must sine inverse. That's the most important thing. But in this kind of question, you cannot do sine inverse, and it bugs them really. Let me confirm that it doesn't bother you.
yeah.
Yeah, because I'm gonna give you an ugly answer, ugly number, and see whether uglier number and see whether you can handle it. Okay, let's go. Give me a random fraction, please.
3/4.
And I'll make it uglier 3/7. This guarantees to be okay, Ken? The question should also tell you this is quadrant what and what, okay? So if a cosine A is 3/7, there are only two options. What quadrant?
1
Or
and
good. So you have two questions right now. The question will not do it this way. The question will just choose one, okay? Okay, we make it two so that you're clear. So now you ask for tangent A, okay? Okay, so you tell me, what do we do?
Draw the triangle.
Do I put it correctly?
No.
Absolutely. This is 3, correct?
Yeah.
So what is this? Square root 49 minus 9, which is equals to square root 40. Understand? Some people will simplify this to 2 root 10. Not sure whether that matters or not, but some people seems to like it. Okay? Okay, and this is A because this is quadrant 1. So now, are we ready to write tangent A?
Yeah.
Tangent A will be
40 over.
root 40, sir, 40
Yeah, my bad.
over.
3.
Surprisingly, they do demand this as an answer. So I guess it does matter. Do you understand? This should be the final answer. Now, this is not the nicest answer, but AMAT has a reputation of confirmability. Most of the questions are confirmable, meaning you already know that you are correct or not before you even end this question. That is the last thing I teach all my students. If you want to get A, you have to confirm so that you are not blindsided by your own careless mistakes. Are you a careless mistake person, Matthew, in exam?
Yeah.
You are not careless in homework.
Yeah, because like in homework, I have more time to like go through.
Correct. And that is your basic preference as a person. I want to take my time. And that is not the bad thing. It is not a bad thing to want to take time and do things correctly. Okay? Maybe if you let it be too extreme, you will procrastinate. Fine. But the basic drive to want to do things correctly is a good thing. And to do something good, you usually need time. Hence, the realistic choice. Good and fast, it is not cheap. Correct? Good and cheap, it is not fast. You get what I mean, right?
Yeah.
You can only choose two things: good, cheap, or fast. Choose two. You cannot choose three. That's fine. You choose slow, steady, good. That's fine. Now, for those kind of people, you, Matthew, confirmation is the compromise. Like it or not, if you want A, you have to be rather fast. You don't like it at all. Confirmation gives you some idea that you are correct and therefore you are happy. You feel rushed, but you are happy. If not, morale drop, not good at all in AMAT exam. Have you experienced a morale drop in exams?
Yeah.
Can you recover from a morale drop?
Like, if you can do the rest of the questions.
Correct. A morale drop is recoverable by a good performance. Now,
Uh-huh.
have you ever experienced a morale drop and then the next question drop again, the next question drop again, 3 question drop, pa, pa, pa.
Yeah.
Is that recoverable for you?
It depends. Like, if I can find questions that are solvable for the
Correct.
rest of the paper.
Your technique is generally correct. Hey, better switch question to what I can do, right?
Mm-hmm.
At that point, it doesn't matter whether it's easy or difficult. I need to be able to do it. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, confirmation is additional morale booster. Must see it that way. In fact, it is a great morale booster, such that if you do it, your morale is usually high most of the time. Very important for email, because you will be rushed. High morale helps lah. High motivation helps. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
This is personally your issue, loh. It is not issue for other people that have different issues. So I'm teaching you to confirm. Right now, you take your calculator and you immediately find A, the thing that you're not supposed to do. Do you understand?
Uh-huh.
Go find A immediately. It's an ugly number. Just tell me.
64.623, 6647.
Save it, yeah? Save it for you. Whatever lah. Blah, 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 blah. Now immediately press tangent answer. Correct?
Oh.
Which is an ugly number. Right?
Yeah.
Of course, it's an ugly number. Now, what do you do with the ugly number?
You check that they're the same.
Correct. And that's you. The way you do it is just simply press divide by this one. Understand?
Uh-huh.
Okay. What is the answer?
Yeah, it's the same.
Is divide equals to 1, correct?
Yeah.
Congratulations. You have confirmed the first thing and you feel good. For how many marks? 2 marks. Not bad, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not a very complicated 2 marks. Okay. The confirmation helps you keep your morale high. Very important in it. Okay. Now B. What will you do with B? You tell me. First thing first, always triangle.
Yeah.
Is this A? It is not A.
No.
This is alpha. But the triangle that you're drawing is the exact same thing. Now, you will assume that in exam, A does not exist, B exists, okay? They always like to make it harder, right? Okay. Now, so what is your tangent A? Are you ready?
Yeah.
That will be?
Wait, sorry, this is quadrant 4, right?
Yes.
Negative 2 root 10 of 3.
Yeah. Now, how do you check for yourself? Because you assume A doesn't exist, B exists in exam. So you go and find A. Tell me your A.
Uh, uh,
Do you know how to find the quadrant for A?
yeah. Wait,
Mhm.
wrong number. 334.
Good. It's 360 minus that guy, correct?
Yeah.
Then tangent answer, and then compare, please.
Uh, yeah, the same.
You understand the confirmation?
Mm-hmm.
You understand the question?
Yeah.
It'll be slightly more complicated than this when your teacher teach you, but this has always been the essence. How do they complicate things? They will give you two angles, A and B, and they will combine it using identities.
Oh.
The additional mark is caused by the identities, a little bit of manipulation, but the most basic skill I have shown you. Okay? It's not that complicated and it is very conformable. Let me give you an example of an exam level question. So let's say I take just now cosine A 3/7, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And then they will tell you, hey, sine B, sine B. Sine B is -1/2. Okay? And then they tell you they are in the same quadrant. A, B, same quadrant. Remember your basic example. Your basic example tells you that it's their responsibility to tell you which quadrant.
Yeah.
And they are doing that right now with this roundabout way. They are telling you that.
Mm-hmm.
It's up to you to decode. Can you decode?
Quadrant 4.
Because that is the only possible quadrant. Now, looks like you're comfortable with your quadrants. Your teacher has been teaching you well and you have been listening well. I think your teacher's teaching is good, isn't it? It's very good.
Yeah.
He knows how to. Yeah, bless you. Now, that's their way of telling. Their responsibility to tell, your responsibility to find out. Understand?
Mm-hmm.
So what could their question be? For a total of 6 marks, usually 2 marks times 3, okay? Maybe they'll tell you, maybe first of all, find tangent B. I don't know. Maybe question B, maybe go and do something harder, sine A plus B. Just a minute, yeah? Can you try sine A plus B, please? Give it a try. Atau sini aja, ya depan TV ya. Matthew, are you okay?
Yeah.
For your information, you use identities, but you already know that, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Sorry, I was caught up in something. How are you?
Just simplifying the set.
Okay. Okay. So you're already at that point. So now this SA cosine B plus cosine A sine B. So you know that you need sine A and cosine A, right? So your sine A would be then you need sine B, you need cosine B also. That's cosine B based on sine B, right? So you need 1 and 2, and this one is definitely root 3. Cosine B would be positive root 3 over 2. And for cosine B minus 2 root 3 over 7 times cosine B root 3 over 2 plus cosine A 3 over 7 plus sine B minus half. Can I confirm that you are around here?
Yeah.
Okay. Seem comfortable?
Is the final answer
The final answer of what? Sorry.
for this question?
Okay. To me, it looks like I don't have an answer key, right? This is a question I just made up. Correct or not? It's actually not that difficult to make up, and it is also confirmable. So it looks like it'll be over 14 plus over 14, correct? That helps a lot.
Yeah.
And usually then I don't care. I just combine them immediately. And then this is minus 2 root 30. And this is minus 3 lah, something like that.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, root 30 cannot be simplified. So this is basically the end of the answer. This is what the answer looks like. Okay, is this correct or not? We just can confirm ourselves by finding A. You know what A is just now. This is 3 something, right?
Mhm.
And finding B will also be not a problem at all. I think finding B, you will find it to be sine 30, 330 also, if I'm not mistaken, right? With that in mind, you can combine both sine something and compare it with the answer. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Because this is a question we make ourselves. It will be hopefully doubly impactful, positive, if you confirm that you're correct, right?
Mhm.
We have 2 minutes. What is your option? We spend time confirming this, or I'll show you the final form of the question.
Final form.
Right, final form. Listen to me carefully. This is the maximum thing they can do in the exam for this variation. We call this the exact answer variation. Okay?
Mhm.
The variation, the final variation is very simple. The rules are the same, the structure are the same. They only do not use any number at all. Observe.
Mhm.
For example, tangent A equals to P. There is no number. There is no fraction. There is no nothing. And then they go and ask the exact same thing. They're supposed to still give you quadrant. So I'll tell you this is quadrant 3. And then they're supposed to ask you the same thing. So I'll use a simple thing. What is sine A? Understand?
Mhm.
How do you do that? The exact same way. It's exactly the same way. There is no difference at all. This is just to scare you. Don't be scared. There is absolutely no difference at all because the fraction has always been there.
Yeah.
For the triangle is, this is P and this is 1. And you need this guy, this is 1 squared plus B squared, correct?
Mhm.
Therefore, sine A is, quadrant 3 will be minus lah, right? The P over square root 1 plus B squared, and then you're done. Okay, this is the final form. There should be nothing else more confusing than this. And frankly speaking, it's not that bad lah, once you know. Okay.
So, like, can they give like other fractions along with this?
I guess they can give or k over 2 if they want to. Okay. They can give
Okay.
you something confusing like 1 over k or minus. Sure. It doesn't change the fact that you're still using a triangle and it is still all triangulable. That part never changes at all. They can give you surd, I don't know, root 10 over p. Can they do that? Yes, they can. Nothing changes. Absolutely not. Nothing in the slightest. The technique has always been the same. They cannot run from it. What I'm trying to say is this question's answer is extremely predictable.
Mhm.
Okay? I think that's a good news. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, now, Matthew, hear me out. Yeah, this is the second 2 hours video. Okay, forgive the color. Now, this is your first true school day tuition, no? It kind of feels like this lah, and you're feeling it for 2 hours. Let me confirm, you don't seem to be tired.
No.
Good. Are you hungry?
No, not really.
Have you eaten dinner?
No, but I had something like a light snack before this.
Oh, wow. Oh, you're good, man. Okay. Okay, so good to know. Is our schedule gonna be like this until there are changes? We just try first lah. Make sense?
Okay.
Now have I ever told you that I'm not strictly speaking a math or chemistry?
Yeah.
Wait, give me some time. Give me some time. Right, sorry. That settles. No, I think my point to all my students is I try to maximize their L1 R5 or their E2 R2 B2 if they want to go to poly or GC. That's the point, right? Now, I talked to you guys about confidence very early. Hey, when's the earliest time you want to see your potential? That is the same thing as asking you, when is the earliest you want to feel confident enough such that you can set a goal? A person who are not confident cannot actually set a goal because setting a goal means setting something he or she cannot do right now. If he's not confident enough, of course, setting a goal becomes, I don't know how to say this. Whatever the goal he or she is setting, if he or she is not confident, it's just a writing on paper. Does that make any sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay. Now back to your all this discussion. So once a person, you in this case, have a good grasp of your ability, let's say on June 9th or July, I have a good idea about my A math and my chemistry such that I can set myself a certain goal for O level. Let's say that happened. That is a very important point, even though nothing has happened in the outside. You have not achieved that goal. Your SA1 might not be that good also. It's just that it's giving you an idea. Oh, yeah, something like that. Something happens inside, nothing major happens outside. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Why is that so important? I explain to you first. It is very important because at that point, because you are confident enough to set a goal, right?
Uh-huh.
You will no longer do something that I described. Everybody, when they are not confident, will do two things, two very extreme things. Either they try very hard and therefore expend a lot of energy on a particular subject that they are not confident with because they are not willing to be bad at it. Want to be good at it, but for some reason they cannot really see their potential. So they pour a lot of energy to it in hopes that it will improve their condition. That makes sense?
Mm-hmm.
That's not necessarily you. Am I correct?
Yeah.
So the other extreme is very simple. The other extreme is because deep inside you know you are not confident with yourself, right? Setting a goals become impossible, blah, blah, blah. So, but you still don't know what to do, right? You're not willing to give up, but you are also not a person who is willing to, do it, if you're not confident. And that is very natural. What you will do is, if you get better a little bit, let's say through tuition or through class or whatever, you will immediately not spend time there. You will immediately reduce your effort because, hey, it's not such a big problem anymore. You will spend time on other things you are more confident with, naturally. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So one extreme is, even if I try to stop him or her, he will not stop until he expend all his energy there, which is not a good thing for everything else. It's not a good L1 R5 balance. The other side is you are not willing to spend more energy or time beyond a certain level, no matter how much I try to tell you, hey, you can do it, you can do it. These two scenarios make sense?
Yeah.
Now, you're very likely to do this scenario like that. If you're not confident, it is very hard to tell you to keep trying or keep investing your time. Correct, yeah?
Yeah.
That's why that point, the point of, oh my goodness, past this point, I have a reasonable understanding of my own ability, my potential in the future, so I can expect something for myself. I set a goal. When that happens, hopefully by July, Matthew, for both chemistry and math, you will no longer be unhappy to spend more time because you now seem to think, okay, actually, yeah, I think I can reach that goal. You are no longer willing to let it go. Therefore, a proper balance between that subject and every other subject is now not a problem anymore. Before that, the balance will always be a problem, either too much or too little. That makes some sense to you?
Mm-hmm.
So I've been trying to give you all that from holiday tuition, hopefully until June, you prepare your SA1, you get your SA1, you are very happy, but more importantly, your confidence level is a new, good, proper one. Okay, that is the most basic thing I can do for all of you as an O-level coach. I'm trying to seek a proper balance between all the subjects so that nothing is being sacrificed for the others, something like that. And then you have a very happy L1 R5 at the end.
Mm.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now the day-to-day one. So you're doing a 2-hour tuition. Normally, 2-hour tuition is not enough to handle 2 subjects, or as I claim, a balance between all subjects. Okay? Normally it's not enough. But your case right now, it feels pretty much enough, isn't it?
Yeah.
It feels that your chemistry is stable, your AMAT is stable, good for you. Now, the reason is very simple, because you, like most of my students, do not have to be told to do their homework. You guys will do it. Okay? Also, so happens you're a person who likes to talk about things before the class or just get a more solid understanding. Yeah, you feel that kind of repetition is good. As long as those two things are maintained. So you do your own homework. I don't have to give you more homework. I think your chemistry and AMAT class will give you enough homework. So I have no intention to give you more unless for good or specific reasons. I'm not trying to increase your workload. I'm trying to increase your mark, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
The way we do that is to discuss things earlier than the class and to focus on the big picture, like what we're doing today. And then, not near the exam, quite for the exam, I'm already starting to pressure test you, which is not happening right now, but it will happen soon. If all these are happening, I don't feel the need to give you more homework, nor do I feel the need to increase your workload because everything seems fine. That's what I feel regarding your situation right now. Okay?
Okay.
Now, something may happen along the way, right? Things always happen what life doesn't proceed as what we like. So something may happen and suddenly you're behind your school workload. Suddenly you're not slightly ahead. Slightly ahead is enough. No need to be one month ahead. No need. Suddenly you are behind. You're not doing your homework or you're missing out on your classes or tuition also cannot attend. Maybe you're sick, maybe this, maybe that. Things happen in life. Okay?
Mhm.
Matthew, whenever that starts to happen, okay, whenever you feel like, this is an example, whenever I'm getting some sort of sickness which is prolonged, that's very rare. When that happens, please tell me. We change gear, we change the way we do things. Tell me. Don't hide. Don't hide. Okay? Don't pretend that the problem doesn't exist. Understand?
Okay.
A second possible reason is some of my students will experience this. They are basically slightly depressed. Do you know what's a depression?
Yeah.
Sian already lah. That's how you experience it. You become numb, you become sian. Doing the normal thing becomes a chore that you can no longer keep up with. Doesn't matter what other people do, you cannot seem to find the energy to do it. I don't think you are in that situation right now.
Yeah.
But if you feel like, hey, everything suddenly becomes a chore. Hey,
Mm.
I am no longer wanting to keep up. I am not very motivated. Do not wait until 2 months. You tell me that's what you're feeling right now. It's usually gradual. You're probably sensitive enough with your what's happening inside. Am I correct?
Mhm.
You don't need people to point out to you, hey, Matthew, you look depressed. Are you okay? Hey, Matthew, you're not feeling good or you don't look so well. Are you okay? You probably know that quite early. Things about yourself. Is that correct?
Mhm.
In that case, when you see those signs, please tell me. We'll change gear, we'll do something else.
Okay.
Why am I telling you all this? In our style of tuition, we don't do a lot of tuition time. We try to do things effectively. The flip side of it, the benefit is that it doesn't give you a lot of workload, which may actually cause you distress, right? May cause you confusion. So I'm trying to avoid that. But the flip side of things, the negative or the weakness side of things is that it depends a lot on the person itself. You lah as a student. Kirana, or Kirana's friend, whatever. It depends on that status of that person. So my focus is always about keeping the person in a great shape, both physically, mentally, and everything. If your shape is not great, we try to do it such that you return back to that great shape. Right now, I think you are in a great shape. It feels like that. But we are human being and we changes, and sometimes we cannot stop it. So we should simply talk about it. That is the concentration or the focus of this tuition. If we do that, we can keep tuition to a minimum. You do like that, right?
Mhm.
You don't have to do, one subject 2 hours, another subject 2 hours, and then plus some more when exam comes. I tend to not do that at all. I don't like that. Sense?
Okay.
So talk to me, Matthew, is all I'm trying to say. If you don't mind, we talk. Okay?
Okay.
Good? Good?
Yeah.
Right. Then, are you happy with your first school day tuition? Basically, that's how it feels.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. I'll see you next week then.
Okay. Thursday same time, right?
No. That would
Oh.
be 2 days a week. Unless you feel the need, we're just doing 1 day a week.
Okay. Sure.
Okay. Do you feel the need to do today?
No, not right now.
Not right now also. We do more during holiday.
Okay.
Make sense or not?
Mm-hmm.
Holiday fresh, holiday good, holiday looking forward, holiday energetic. I don't want to take your energy and your time during school days. Let's do more on holiday.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right. And I'll see you next week. And I'm not giving you any homework. See you.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye.